Money is not about what you know, but money is all about how you behave. Those are the words of Morgan Housel. Well, he has written a book about the psychology of money, and this is what I want us to be discussing today. Hi guys, MJ Givens Kasi here, your mentor, your coach, and your president. Why don't you do me a favor by liking, clicking that subscription button, and also hitting the notification bell so that you can be notified when we drop another episode. I usually say that if you are seeing somebody change behavior and you are seeing somebody's character change once they have acquired some money in their lives, it's not like money has changed them. It's just that that money is revealing who they truly are. There are some humble people that you know right now. They are only humble because of there's a certain bank limit or bank balance. They're waiting for a certain bank balance, then they're truly going to reveal their true colors. So this thing is something that is powerful, and I've mentioned in my previous episode that it can be in a form of an energy. If you don't know how it works, the dynamics behind money, what is it that you need to do to have a lot of it, what is it that you need to do to have it and survive, and what is it that you need to do to multiply it, to add it, to subtract it, so that you can make more from what it can be taken away from you. As traders, we normally say that some must be taken, a sum of money must be taken, or some of amount must be taken from us, but we need to make sure that when we take, on the other hand, we take more. That way we always have a risk reward ratio that is more than 1:1. We go for 1:2, 1:3, even possibly 1:6, depending on the type of setups that we are going to go for. So I want us to understand one thing about this whole particular thing. It is knowledge to know certain things, right? You can be knowledgeable about certain things, but wisdom is always applied when you have to now transition from knowing something and you apply wisdom to make that thing become something it was never meant to be, right? So meaning to say, if your bank balance now is $100, right? You have a knowledge, right? Your knowledge is, I have a bank balance of $100. The wisdom application then will be, how do I multiply that $100, right? Like once a wise man once said these words. He said that knowing that a tomato is a fruit, right? That is knowledge. Wisdom is when you know that you should not use that very same tomato in a fruit salad, right? So there's a difference between knowledge and wisdom, right? And we see that a lot of people, they are knowledgeable about their situations, but they don't have that wisdom to change the situation. So you need wisdom to change that particular situation, right? So today I want us to dive deep into the dynamics of money, how you can multiply it, how you can risk some of it, and how can you be rewarded for risking some of it, right? Warren Buffett is arguably the best, or the greatest of all times investor, right? And what this gentleman understood was the system of compounding, right? So if he invests $1,000 for 12 months, right, he looks at the interest. If the interest is 8%, he knows that he's going to get 8% of the $1,000, right? And then when he goes into another year, then he has a proper calculation on what he needs to reinvest with a certain percentage. Then he's compounding that year by year, and he's growing, right? If you look at people that are born in the 1970s or the 1950s, let's start with the 1950s, where we had the stock market, right, crashing, and a lot of negative perspective about the stock market during that time, right? So people that were in that era, they were negative about the stock market. They were negative about investing because of what was happening during that time. Whereas when you look at the people in the 1970s, now these are the people that experienced a lot of bullish momentum coming from the stock market, right? Investments were good during that time. Hi traders, sorry to bother you. I only need few seconds of your time to tell you about this amazing campaign. Now, we all know that trading with friends can be fun, but what if I tell you that it can also be rewarding? Okta has launched Okta Friends Contest, which offers you a chance to expand your trading network. Now, you can earn $1 per each standard lot your friend trades, but also enter a draw for prizes up to 1,500 in gift cards. Isn't that amazing? Now, you may be asking, how do I join? The first thing that you need to do is to get your referral link as you see in the screencast. It is in the invite a friend section on your profile. And the second thing that you need to do, you just need to share it with your friend. After sharing it with your friend, this is the third thing that you need to do. You help your friend to start. Tell them how to sign up with your link and open an order of any volume. Now, this is the last thing that you need to do. Wait for the price draw. Once your friend opens a valid order, you both enter a price draw automatically. Now, this is what you get. $1 per each standard lot your friend trades. You also get an opportunity to win a gift card worth $500, $1,000, or even $1,500. What is it that your friend gets? An exclusive 100% deposit bonus. They will also have an opportunity to win a gift card worth $100. They will also experience a spread card during the campaign period for the following symbols: NAS 100, US 30, Euro JPY, AUD USD, USD CAD, XRP USD, and USD ZAR. This contest will take place from the 21st of October to the 10th of November 2024. Get ready to invite as many friends as possible. Also note that I will be announcing the winner that day on the Okta Broker YouTube channel. Let's trade together, win together with Okta. Cheers. Right? So it's in our DNA, right, to make decisions based on what we know, right? We grew up. For instance, I grew up knowing that there are certain things I should not play with, right? There are certain money rules I should not play around with, because if I do that, I will be beaten, right? And I can tell you now that the people that are born in the millennium, right? We call them the 2000s, right? The way in which they make money is different to how we make money. We are mostly traditional, right? And the people that are born from the year 2000, they capitalize on the online business more than us, because we grew up in an era where you need to have a building, you need to have a shop, you need to have a retail for you to be seen as a business person. But today's generation, they don't care about that. They know that I can open up a laptop and start making money from the comfort of my couch, right? And for them, it's normal. Okay? What I'm trying to say is that your DNA, where you come from, and the perspective of the people that raise you also affects your future, right? Because you see things differently. If you look at Bitcoin where it is now, I think it's currently trading at 65,000, or not even 65,000, $68,000, $70,000, right? And look at where it comes from. When the whole dilemma of crypto, when it was coming in, no one took it serious. Only few people took it serious, but there were certain people that were saying, I'm not going to invest in this thing. I'm waiting for others to benefit first, and that's when I'm going to come in, right? And that's a bad mentality, and I'll tell you why. You are not going to make money anywhere in life if you have that mentality, because you are not a risk taker, right? If you are waiting for somebody to take a risk, and once you see them materialize, you want to jump in, you are not an entrepreneur. You are not yet an entrepreneur. You are not yet an investor. Why am I saying that? And an investor and an entrepreneur will understand that I need to take calculative risk, right? If I invest because I see someone who has invested and that thing has made them money, then I only want to invest after. then that was not a risk. We cannot call it a risk because you didn't you risk with perception. I don't know if that makes sense to you. You are risking with perception because you saw someone, and that's when you say, I want to jump in, right? But if it's a calculated risk, you look at how much you are willing to lose and how much you're willing to gain. And risk reward is something that I always talk about all the time, right? So we normally take this money thing for granted, right? Again, some of you are not funded, some of you don't have money, some of you are looking, you are in the red race. Wake up in the morning, you go to work, month end you get your salary, you cannot even make savings, right? You cannot even save much. Say, Mr. President, how can I save? Or how can I acquire more money? Yes, I hear you. You're talking about money this, money that, and all that. But how do I now come to the realization that I need to really make something out of this? Now, this is a step that I can, or a tip that I can give you. In every country, when you are going to take loans, and I think I've spoken about this before, I said sometimes try loans. And some people came to me and say, yeah, we hear you, but we don't have a good credit score to get a loan because it's not easy just to get into a bank, a credit facility, and just say, I want the loan. And, I just get in the bank and I want the loan. It's not easy, right? I understand that. So let's start with building a good credit profile, right? So let's say now you're like, I need $1,000. I don't need a pro firm. I don't need anything. I just want to get a proper a broker. Of course, I'm going to recommend the broker that we've partnered with, which is Okta, right? And you just say, I just need $1,000. I want to put it in a broker in my trading account, and I want to see if I can have good returns out of it, right? President, where do I start with $1,000? Where can I get a loan, right? I don't have a good credit score. Now, let's start there. How do you then build up a good credit score, right? Because some of you have a very negative perception about maybe prop firms and other institutions that can give you money. You just say, I just want to go solo. I want to see how I can make money, right? Let's start with how can you build up a good credit score for you to start getting loans, right? And how can you avoid paying a lot of interest on that? Because you want money to start and putting in your trading account. You want big money now. You don't want to do small deposits. You say, I want to go in now. I've seen that I've been trading $100, $200, $300 here and there, and I think I'm getting there, but I need big capital now. But 1,000 for me, maybe for start will do, or even possibly $5,000. You can even look for that from a bank. Now, what the bank will do if they want to score you, they will obviously look at your credit score, right? And if you have a bad credit score, the tip I can give you is that get a credit card, right? Now, when you're getting a credit card, now these are the things that I see a lot of people make this mistake by just opening any account just to have a good credit score. But it doesn't help when you're taking credit and you're paying a lot of interest. So the best thing you can do is figure out if you can have a credit card that at least gives you a 55-day period interest-free, right? And this is how I normally do it. With my credit card, I normally make sure that I have at least 20% utilization. So what I mean is that if I've got 50,000 credit limit on my credit card, right? Even if I don't need that 50,000, I make sure that I utilize only 20% and I pay off that 20% within 55 days. Then that means I don't have to pay any interest, right? Yes, I can pay account fees and service fee there. It's not money there, but interest is the one, because a credit card can be high in terms of interest rate, right? You can pay even up to 22, 23%, right, on the interest. So I normally paid off 20% utilization. Make sure I paid off within that 55 days. Then I don't have to pay them a dime on interest. Then I can take it again, right? I can utilize that 20% on monthly basis, or even in a 2-month period, I can do that, right? That builds your credit score, and it's some of the things that you can do for yourself. Don't jump into also applying every now and then. You are making an application. That is called a hard inquiry. If you're just getting into any bank facility and you're just looking for credit, you're applying for your house there, you're applying for your car finance there, you're applying for this, those can come in as hard inquiry. And what does that do to your credit score? It's going to reduce your credit score. Then at the end of the day, when you need money now and say, President, I need money to trade, you cannot even get a loan up to 18,000, which is $1,000, right? So you also need to be smart. Yes, some of you can say, but President, credit is not good. Yes, credit is not good if you don't know how to make it work on your behalf, right? If you're just going to be reckless with credit, obviously it can destroy you. Remember, as much as we talk credit, we also talk money, right? And what I normally see especially where I come from, which is South Africa, of course, I have noticed that, and again, please guys, this is just my opinion, right? I've noticed that banks usually do this, and I've seen this when I was working for a bank, that they focus too much on what is written on paper and what is not in the pocket. What do I mean? Say you want to take credit right now, you want to take a loan, and you say, I want the 50,000 rand loan, right? They will say, okay, fine. If you are employed, give us 3 months bank statement, give us 3 pay slips, so that we can see the flow of money, right? Maybe you can be pre-approved by the system, but they will say, fine, we need to validate your documents. Send us 3 bank statements, maybe 3 also pay slips. The mistake that I see a lot of credit facilities do is that they focus too much on this pay slip thing. We want to see if the money is written on the pay slip is the same amount that goes into your bank account, which is fine, but look at the risk. If I now apply and I lose my job in the next 30 days, the bank would not even know that I lost my job, right? They will only see, once they start calling me now, I'm not paying them, they were going to call me and say, we can see that you're not paying back the loan. Why is that? And that's when you're going to explain, I lost my job, right? But it's not their business whether you lose your job or not if you pay them back what you have promised them, right? If you look at the local townships, right, the Kasi business, there are no pay slips there, right? But you look at the money that is moving around in that whole location. We're talking of serious money. I've seen it with my parents, right? With the local businesses that my dad was running, none of my dad's businesses were even having a CK documents, right? Even registered on the CK document. But I can tell you that we were seeing serious cash moving in his pockets, right? From one business, he was able to buy into properties, get into this, and only later that's when he says, okay, fine, for the sake of taxes and other things, now I need to formulate the CK document, form my business structure properly now, as far as the administrative work is concerned, right? But they are losing out on potential upcoming entrepreneurs, like maybe you who's watching. You're like, I don't have a 9 to 5, I don't have a pay slip, but I do get a reasonable amount of money coming in. And even those that are profitable, listen to this. If you are profitable, maybe you are making 20,000 a month net, right? This is the money that is coming into your check account as a trader. You want to scale it. You make that 20,000 maybe from 100,000, and you're like, okay, fine, 100,000 is what I have, and I'm making 20,000 a month. You want to scale it now. You're like, okay, fine, I want to increase that 100,000. Go to a credit facility and tell them, I want more money, right? I need 200,000 from you. Can you guys give it to me? What they're gonna do is maybe they can require you a 6 months bank statement now because you don't have a pay slip. You tell them, I don't have a pay slip, but yeah, money is coming in. You can see the flow of money in my bank account, right? So I've noticed that a lot of small businesses, banks, they focus too much on what is written on paper, but they don't focus too much on what is it that is in your bank account. And that's what, for me, in my opinion, that's what is important more than anything, right? Spreadsheet doesn't make decisions. You can have a budget on your spreadsheet, but if that money is not coming in, your spreadsheet is good as nothing. Your trading plan is as good as nothing if it does not make sense at the end of the day, and if it does not make financial and business sense at the end of the day. It's just what you've written on the spreadsheet. All right. So I'm just telling you all these things to, figure out for yourself that there are a lot of things that you can look into, right? Utilize these credit facilities to get money and make deposits and start trading, right? Build up a good credit score, right? If you have a credit card, it doesn't have to be a lot of money. Just get a credit card, maybe for $1,000 or 2,000, and use that 20% utilization, right? And pay it nicely. You see, in 3 months' time, your score will increase. Go get a loan if really you believe in your business, because some of you don't really believe in your business. If you really believe in your business and you've seen a good track record of your business, take this risk of getting a loan and grow your trading business. Unlike always trading small money, but you don't have a mentality of growing one day. Yes, you can say, President, I don't have proper income, I don't have a good credit score, I messed up here and there, I'm under debt review and all that. I can understand if you're going through that, but have a long-term plan to say, fine, I'm going to fix my credit score, and this is how I'm going to fix my credit score. I'm now trading $100 account, and in the next 6 months, I'm going to fix my score, because after that 6 months, I need big money now because I want to scale in, right? Rather work on solutions right now than to wait until the year ends. Then that's when now you say, what is it that I can work on? Work on a plan. Always work on a plan, right? A plan is going to assist you to go forward. I can tell you this. If they are saying there's no money, right? Like right now, they're saying it's credit crunch. There's no money. Where is the money? No one has ever bent that money. Someone has it. You have to look for that money. The money is there. You just have to look for it, right? There are countless opportunities that you can go for. If you only understand how does money work, what are the dynamics of money, right? If you have money in your bank account, how can you multiply it, right? Every time you look at your bank balance, right, have this mentality. How can I multiply this? How can I multiply this? Okay, as much as we all start from somewhere, but we need to have this mentality of always trying to multiply the money that we have at hand, right? I've seen a lot of people that have made money out of nothing. They've made money with the money that was never theirs in the first place. Look for ways to multiply that money, right? Look for ways to attract that money again. Okay, attraction is also something that is very important and powerful. Okay, you must speak the language and look like someone that is trustworthy. Okay, don't and this is what we also get from this book, and this episode, ladies and gentlemen, is inspired by this book by Morgan Housel, as I said in the beginning. The Psychology of Money. There's something powerful that he spoke about, and he said, don't focus too much on the quick transaction growth, right? But focus on the consistent long-term growth. Not this quick thing. Consistent long-term growth. The power of compounding, right? Give yourself time, but don't just say, I'm giving myself time without a plan. Give yourself time, yes, but have a plan on how you're going to acquire them. Okay? There are many ways, right? You can win this war. You can look into also things like overdraft facility. I'm not saying this to say that, and I'm not giving you guys financial advice, but what I'm basically trying to say is that I'm just tired of seeing people suffer, yet there are a lot of ways that they can get money and trade. If the skill is there, you really know what you're doing, you can always utilize these things that I'm talking about. Some banks even offer a single trade facility where it's called an 80-20 rule, where 80% can be credit card, 20% can be overdraft, right? And you can even have a transactional account which is bundled in the whole thing. So for the transactional account, credit card facility for 80%, 20% for overdraft, you just pay one fee. It's a single credit facility that you can get. That way, maybe you say, I'm going to take this much from the credit card. Rainy days, I've got overdraft there. Just be financial literate about this thing. Right now, I'm telling you, banks are looking for people, so that they can give them money. They want to give people money, right? But some of you are fear of credit, and it's normal. I understand. I used to be one of those people, especially when I was at the bank. I would see, every time I see somebody having like A4 pages, I knew this is time for loans. Why? 3 months bank statement, right? So I just thank God, man, that I worked in a bank and I saw this whole thing and I was able to study this whole system, that there are people that are smart about it, right? I could see people that are coming in the bank, somebody with a bank balance of 1 million, right? And he wants credit, and you're like, why does this person need credit if he has so much money? And you find that this person wants to scale in. He's thinking of bigger things. All right. So his mentality is that I have 1 million, but I need to multiply it. And in order for me to multiply it, this 1 million on its own, it cannot fight the battle. I need to get something inside to team up with my 1 million so that we can get something, so that we can pay back this one. My 1 million remains behind, but I could have multiplied the money that was in my bank account. So that's a mentality that I want you guys to have going forward, right? Find ways to multiply. I don't care how little it is. It can be $20, it can be $5, it can be $15. Be obsessed with how you want solutions for ways to multiply what is in your bank account. Find those ways. I'm telling you, you're going to see yourself grow, right? People are discussing how they want to move money, how they want to grow money, right? On daily basis. Every second, somebody's just thinking of how can I? Because we need it to survive. Unfortunately, we need it to live. But if we're not smart about the whole system, I'm telling you, we're always going to be in a red race, and that's why we are going to make a lot of mistakes and we are going to suffer. I want you guys to avoid having a mentality of, I'm waiting for my time. Money has never left planet Earth. There's no money that has ever left planet Earth to go to Mars. I can assure you that. It's there. It's there. Go find it. And once you find some little of it, try to multiply it and keep it to yourself. You need to have a mentality of gatekeeping this thing. That's how you grow rich. That's how you find ways to grow within your business. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate you guys. I want to also thank Okta again for sponsoring this episode. We have a very powerful partnership, obviously, with the global broker Okta. As you have seen the ad about the competition, enter the competition so that you can find yourself. These are ways, again, you say, Mr. President, I don't have a good credit score, but I don't know where to get money. Enter competitions like this where you can win up to $1,500, and that's money for you to start your business or scaling in your business and grow your business. So yeah, there are a lot of ways, like I said, where you can get money. And I also want to mention something. This is very important. Please, and I salute you. I applaud you for being here at the end of the video, right? Just be careful of people that are using my face to scam you guys. Please be careful out there. All my social media pages, they are on the link on the description there. That's where you're going to find all legit social media pages. Anything other than that, it's not me. Just be careful. I can never ask you to make investments with me. I can never ask you for money or anything. So please, if somebody's doing that, just know that it's a scam, and please let us know so that we can report these individuals. Thank you so much. I will see you on the other side. Remember to join us Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for a live market madness with the president. I salute you. Cheers.